Welcome to Jets Life Podcast. I am your host, Anthony, joined always by Big Dom on these wonderful Tuesday evenings. We've hit the quiet point in the NFL offseason, but not for the Jets because the NFL draft is behind us. And looking ahead, you got a possible supplemental draft option for the Jets. Brandon Sorsby, as it's been highly reported, he checked into rehab for a gambling addiction and could lose his college eligibility, although he is challenging that to try and get back his eligibility to play another year in college, which was his plan all along. But that could result, obviously, in him being available if he doesn't get that eligibility for the Jets in supplemental draft, which I think takes place in July. I think he has until the end of June to apply for the supplemental draft. And obviously a lot of noise around that, but yeah, we got options here, Dom. Potential quarterback that we would probably put in the hat of the 10 or so quarterbacks coming out next year that could be options and could accelerate that clock a little bit with a guy in 2026.
Yeah, I'm totally I'm actually excited about this. Hoping that, if he does come out in the supplemental draft, what would is there an actual thing where if he's available that he could actually not ever play football again? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it would be a never again. Even, who was it? Calvin Ridley, he got caught gambling and he only missed a year. I don't know what the NFL is going to do as far as punishing him for this, because technically he was in college with the infraction, but to the same effect, Terrell Pryor also, I forget what he got in trouble for in college, but he got suspended in college. He entered the supplemental draft. He came to the NFL, and whatever suspension he was going to face in college, I think it was for PEDs or not PEDs. I forget it, but anyway, he did get suspended as well at the NFL level for the same amount of games he was expected to get in college. So I would think you got something similar with Sorsby. Is that a year? Is the NFL going to crack down like they did with Calvin Ridley and make that the norm, a 1-year suspension for any sort of gambling? That's where it gets a little tricky in my eyes, because if that's the case, what's the point in wasting that draft capital? If it's something where he's available, then maybe you could say, okay, we can throw a pick at him, and we'll get into some of the details there too. But it's definitely an interesting topic of conversation. He transfers to Texas Tech from Cincinnati. I was actually looking forward to seeing what he could be, because I knew he was a player I liked at Cincinnati, but let's be real, Cincinnati doesn't play the top line competition. I was excited for him to go to Texas Tech because he's going to play some bigger teams. Obviously, he's not going to the SEC, but he was going to a team that just won a championship last year in Texas Tech, top 4 ranked. I forget what they were ranked last year. Mm-hmm. So he's going to a team with some support around him to potentially make a run. And we talked about it so many times. How much entertainment would it be next year in the college football playoff at these 10 quarterbacks we're talking about if 4, 5, even 6 of them are in the 14 teams or whatever it is. It would make for obviously a lot of good conversation come November, December, January. But unfortunately for him and for Texas Tech, really, because they went all out on him. But I think he got close to $6 million in NILs. So they were obviously looking for him to be the
guy.
Yeah, to be the guy to take him to the next step. I mean, that defense was elite last year. They had nothing going on offense, especially against Oregon in that last game. They were definitely looking for him to kind of take that offense to another tier and hopefully make a little bit of a run, maybe a Fernando Mendoza type of kind of transition from like it was for Indiana. But unfortunately for him, it's not the case. I mean, I don't know what his appeal process could be. Can he shorten the suspension? That would be probably the most ideal for him.
Right. I mean,
he just shorten the suspension, maybe play a few games to end the season, and then hopefully they're in contention for the playoffs, and then you see where it goes.
I mean, that's what I would love. I mean, I would love nothing more than have the pick. You know what I'm saying? of all these great quarterbacks next year. Hopefully, they're all great, and have the pick of the litter out of 6 to 8 quarterbacks, and let's say 4 or 5 of them are like top tier, like they look really good. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're picking, you're getting one of these guys. Maybe
it doesn't matter.
Guy, you're getting somebody. With one less guy going out there, it's just this could be one of those things like, oh man, watch us have that 5th pick, and we're only 4 of us behind, like 4 teams ahead of us need all quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be our luck. Just like this year, we had the 2nd pick, and only 1 quarterback decides to come out.
Dane has a really good question. Do we need Sorsby when the timeline says we have Brock Purdy 2.0 sitting on our bench that we got in the 4th round in King Klubnik?
Oh, Dano, I tell you, I could only wish that is the case. Could only wish. That would be nothing more than awesome if we have Klubnik as that next Purdy 2.0. The thing
we also have Kyle Shanahan sitting somewhere on our sidelines.
The only thing is we don't have a Kyle Shanahan running the offense, but who knows? Maybe Frank Reich's got something in the tank. Who knows? I mean, they moved up to go get him. They wanted him. He was definitely the guy they wanted during this whole process.
I mean, I wouldn't say the whole process. I would hope not. Come on.
I think so. I mean, besides Mendoza, I don't think they wanted Beck. I don't think they wanted Aller either. They definitely didn't want Nuss.
No, they definitely wanted Aller. There was conversations about them trying to trade into the 3rd round. Musgrave forever. And I wouldn't even say the Klubnik thing makes a lot of sense for them to always want him either, because if that was the case, why didn't they just pick him at 101 or 103, whatever it was that they picked down Jackson?
That's that Jackson kid from Florida State.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It didn't make no sense.
The Pistons are a hot quarter. They're up 34-19 right now. Freaking team.
Ooh, Pistons?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Might be on a collision course with that team if things shake out.
I mean, listen, if he does come out in the supplemental draft, and they do have a supplemental draft, I would throw a dart at him. Why not? I mean, imagine a room with Klubnik, Sorsby, and then next year we're drafting another quarterback too. You're going to have 3 shots at this. Remember, I told you we just need the ammo. We just need the right guy. So imagine a room with possibly Sorsby, Klubnik, and Dante Moore, or CJ Carr, or Arch Manning. Dude, I mean, that's an insane room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's a bunch of unproven.
One of them got it. Bro, if we can't get it right at that point, dude, there ain't ever trying again. There is no trying it again.
I mean, here's the thing. Let's be real on Klubnik. Best case scenario,
backup.
He's a backup. I mean, that's. I mean, obviously, he could be a starter down there, but I mean, let's be real. Where he was picked, what we've seen, best case scenario, he's a backup quarterback.
I mean, he was never the guy anyway. I mean, coming out of high school, there was a lot of big rumors about he was supposed to be the next best thing. I mean, listen, he had a great 2024 season, but his 25 season was depressing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just needed to be par. That kid would have been a 1st-round pick this year, but no, didn't happen.
All right, so Dane's getting impatient. He wants to jump right to the meat and potatoes of the conversation.
He's right though.
So, Connor Rogers says Sorsby has 1st-round tape and 3rd to 4th round tape. So could he be a steal? What would you bet?
I mean,
so let's go into some of his stats here, and obviously stats don't tell the whole story. Let's get right into. You're good, bro. Let's get right into the details of his stats. Going 2025, 2,800 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
That's amazing stat right there.
Sacked only 7 times, 580 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns. 2024, still 2,800 yards rushing, 18-7 touchdown to interception ratio. 450 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns again. And then 2023 was his last year at Indiana. 1,500 yards passing, 15-5 touchdown interception ratio. 280 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. So obviously, better sample size of the last 2 seasons. Pretty consistent, 2,000 yards each year. Touchdown to interception ratio took a big bump in 2025, 27-5 in that season. And he's consistently running with the football and getting in the end zone. So a player like that with those kind of stats, that kind of caliber. Let's start off by saying, where would you pick him in a real life draft? And then let's tail off to where would you pick him in a scenario where you're giving up future capital.
I mean, what you're saying, those numbers are impressive. But you said, we talked about it a little bit before. He did it in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. This would have been his tape right here. This coming season in Texas Tech, if he would have, let's say he had another 3,000-yard season. Let's say he was 28 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, or 10 interceptions, let's say. I'm just giving you an example. Let's say he ran for 400 or 500 yards and got into the end zone 6-7 times. This guy's a first rounder all day. He's a top 10 pick with those numbers. And he's done it. It's not like he hasn't done it. You know what I'm saying? He's consistent. He's got the size. What is he, 6'3"? 230 pounds? I mean, the guy's a big kid.
Yeah, 6'3", 230.
Yeah. So I like what Connor Rogers did say earlier. He's got first-round tape. Would you invest a third or a fourth? I would even go as far as a second. I would. I mean, if those are the – listen, you have to take a whack at the piñata, man. This is one of those things. You're just going to have to overpay. And who knows? You have to take a shot. That's what I would pay. But the Jets, I don't think, would do that. But I think they would. I don't
think second round pick makes a lot of sense.
A third is all day on the table. I would definitely invest in a third. But they may be a situation where a second might be what you need to invest to get somebody like this in the building. Now you do know if he does get suspended, he can't even spend any time with the team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when he gets suspended, that's part of the rules.
Yeah, he's like,
Dane come with a correction: first round traits and third to fourth round tape. So that's kind of where I kind of stand with it a little bit. Listen, he's got good stats. The stats definitely pop out. But I think there's something to be said about the fact that, against stronger opponents, Utah, who wasn't even as elite as Utah normally is on defense this year, they lost 45-14. Against BYU, they lost 26-14. These are ranked opponents.
Yeah.
That was last year. So again, doesn't mean anything about what he's going to be as a NFL caliber player, whatever have you. But I think the same argument that we had about Ty Simpson lives with this guy as well. That I think he needed more time, and it's a different story because Ty Simpson obviously only 15 starts. This guy has 30 plus starts, so not to the same realm of experience that was needed. I think he just needed more experience against top-level competition with a solid supporting cast around him before I can put him in that first round, run the card in type of conversation. I think if we were running a draft today, he probably would have been a solid pick in the second round. I think that would have been definitely conversation there. I think Ty Simpson still goes ahead of him today, to be honest with you.
Well, he was a 12th pick in the draft, dude. He definitely got picked 12.
Yeah, but I mean, I just mean based on today, where they're at. Do I think next year, if Ty Simpson waited another year and this guy waited another year, do I think maybe he can kind of eclipse Ty Simpson? Possibly. I mean, I think both could have benefited from another year in college, but. With that being said, I'd pick him in the second round, and that goes to show you why I think a third round bid is probably the smart way to go. Because when you deal with draft capital, a second round pick this year is worth a third round pick next year, or other way around. A second round pick next year is worth a third round pick this year. So a third round pick waiver is definitely doable. But then again, we don't know what the punishment's going to be from the NFL. If this guy can't stay with the team for an entire year while he's suspended. What benefit are you getting out of a guy that
just to have his rights, I guess?
Just to have his rights, and I mean, let's be real. Like a player that's out of the building, what's he doing? A guy with a gambling problem. At least when he's in the building, the team can kind of keep an eye on him and keep reinforcing like the NFL's conduct policy, the NFL's gambling policy, and like really get them on the right path of like, hey, just again, being strict to it. But if he's just not allowed in the building, I'd have to look into like the disciplinary policy with that, because maybe like I'm talking myself into the fact that like maybe he would be allowed in the building and like a kind of like, because do they really want gambling addicts to just be out in the open? Just like,
no, that's definitely not. I
mean, not saying he can't do it if he's in the building, but at least maybe he's getting like told from all angles, like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. No, you shouldn't be doing that.
He needs a bodyguard, dude. The Jets would have to hire somebody to be with him 24/7.
Like, do they have like a?
They have to.
Like when you like get a DUI, the blower to like turn your car. what's like the gambling addict's like equivalent to the blower machine to start your car?
I mean, in a perfect world, Anthony, I hope they would be able to reinstate him. Like he misses like 4 or 5, maybe 6 weeks, at least to see something out of this kid next year. Because like we were saying earlier, I mean, I just want next year is all about the quarterback. We got 3 picks, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to like dive in on all these prospects and just we just got to get the best one, and that's it.
Yeah. And that's the other thing you have to waiver too, as well. Like you have to think about is, whatever you give up to get this guy, he may not be your long-term answer. Whatever you give up is something you're taking away from the next guy. So you already picked Klubnik this year for a 4th-round pick. You're then also going to use a 3rd-round pick.
Get Sorsby.
Potentially get somebody else. You're not going to suit 3 quarterbacks, I wouldn't think. I mean, obviously, like the cap wouldn't be high on these guys, so you could go into the season with 3 quarterbacks. But what's the point of having 3 unproven guys?
Sitting
1, 2, and 3 on your depth chart. There's obviously a world where this could work out, but let's be real, it's the Jets. A lot of times these situations turn around and slap us in the face. So
they can, that's for sure.
It'd be an interesting thing to happen. But yeah, I mean, a lot to come out. I think that they're trying to shoot for an accelerated process to figuring this out. We could just be talking about nothing. I mean, it could turn out to be something where he. I know he hired like a big time lawyer. Is like from my understanding, he hired like a big time lawyer to.
Dude, he better, man. Dude, he better. I mean, think about this. What he did could cost him millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So you better have the best at it. And you know what? Listen, he fucked up. He's a young kid. You know what? Slap on the wrist. Don't ever do it again, because then you get kicked out of football forever. Just like
he didn't fuck up. He's been doing this. He's addicted.
Well, he's got a problem.
He's been doing this since like his freshman year.
Well, he's got a problem. He needs help. Maybe he woke up. You know what I'm saying? Why did it take 4 years to find out then? Because he went to Texas Tech? Probably. Like, can you imagine how Texas Tech feels about this now?
Well, they're getting their money back.
Well, I know they get their money. They'd rather have him there, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what they do from here. I mean, obviously, they probably got another quarterback in-house.
Probably a scrub.
Yeah, probably a scrub. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, that's interesting. But that sucks.
They kind of screwed them up. Dude, big time. And did you see not to get off the whole thing, but not that I see anything. So I was talking to another Jet fan the other day, and we were just talking about, like, to you this year, right, to keep Aaron Glenn, but like realistically, like, what do you have to see to keep, like, to be said, all right, I'm going to trust this guy with $150 million in cap space next year and 3 first-round picks, 4 possibly in the top 50 again. Okay. Mind you, one of them is going to be a quarterback to be picked. Okay. So like for you to say, you know what, I'm totally confident in Aaron Glenn. Let's move forward with this. This program is working. What would you have to see next year?
I mean, there would have to be wins. I mean, that's obviously the case. You can't lose in the fashion that they lost so many games this year, just getting embarrassed week after week.
Right.
Got to beat divisional opponents, and beating Miami probably isn't like the answer, because Miami's probably tanking just as much as we are, if not more.
But that's the thing. I don't think the Jets are in that mindset to tank next year.
No, I'm not saying they are. No one is. Even Miami's not, but they are, because their team sucks.
Right. I mean, I think the Jets are better than Miami right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
With all that being said, like, win-wise, for him to keep his job, is, I think, 7. Like, I mean,
you know what I think? This is what I think. I think for him to keep his job, and honestly, because this is a crucial part of this whole thing right now. Come December, you know those teams that are in the playoff run, they need to be on that list in the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not in the, now, I'm not saying this either. Like, I don't want them to go like start off the season 2-6 and all of a sudden get a whole bunch of like stupid garbage wins to bring them up to that level. I want to see consistent football. I want to see them lose how Detroit was losing that one year. Remember? They were losing games and they were in games the whole time. They were beating teams. Like, I'm going to go back to that Detroit Lions team for a second. Sexy Seth and Rex.
Seth's fine as the head coach. Rex is the defensive coordinator.
Gee, that would be insane. And they get to choose another quarterback. Oof. But you would need like a team that's well disciplined, not getting blown out. And in December, I want to see that team, like, that 10th, 11th place team that's still in the hunt in December. If you get
it's another thing too, you can really kind of hold this to, like, think about, like, and I know it's a long time ago, but think about week 1 of 2025, the Pittsburgh game. The level of competition that they came out with in that game, and granted, Pittsburgh was kind of a mess defensively. We saw what they were the next few weeks. End up squeezing into the playoffs, but they weren't really that level of team anyway. But what we left last week during week 1 believing,
that's how I want to feel.
There was a lot of praise. There was a lot of praise. We talked about it. I believe we were doing this already, but I think we talked about it on here. Talked about it on my weekend show with the AFC East guys, and every single one of them on that show was like, "Oh wow, like, it really looks like the Jets have something going on well." And it just turned at a flip of a coin. They start off 0-7. All vibes are gone. All optimism about Aaron Glenn quickly down the drain. That Tampa meme was like kind of like a rolling thing for him. So it just, everything fell apart really, really quick. Can we go into the season with a much improved roster, especially on defense and
offense?
Well, I'm saying especially on defense. So we put a lot of money into that defense. Not as much on offense, because it's hard to build an offensive free agency. Teams are smart to the fact that, you want to score points to entertain your fans. You don't score points, your fans are going to leave. So, it's hard to build on your offense. You're not going to get top tier wide receivers. Even the top offensive linemen now are getting paid like buku bucks. They're getting franchise tagged. Like, they're not hitting the open market. Tyler Linderbaum hits the open market, and he sets records for money for a center. So it's just really hard to get yourself in that market when you're a team that's still trying to transition, from being a year out from getting your quarterback. So what do I want to see? Show me that week 1 kind of level of competition and sustain that. Don't lose it after, because it's very easy for a coach to pump up his roster about the start of the season. It's very difficult to keep that momentum when you're losing games. And that's exactly what happened last year.
It was not a whirlwind. I mean, I've never seen listen, when I watched that first game of the year, you're right. Both of us. I mean, even though we lost that game, I said, you know what? If this is the team we're going to have every week come in and out, I mean, granted, I mean, even Justin Fields looked fucking awesome that game. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, we left week one saying maybe the Jets made the right choice letting Rodgers go. I mean, they did financially, but I thought on the field, the Jets made the right choice, choosing between Rodgers and Fields.
And then all of a sudden, it was just like a light switch. Done. Dude, I've never seen a crash. Bro, they crashed. Like, it was horrible.
They played Buffalo week 2 and looked like idiots.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was just so sad. But you know what? We started talking about it. We were talking about the roster itself, just a lot of faces there with the losing mentality. It was stuck, and they needed that's what's going to change everything for the Jets. I mean, I want to say that's probably, like we were talking about it last week a little bit. There's probably going to be at least like 15 new starters between offense and defense
this year.
Yeah. If you think about it, if you look at the overall number, I mean, on offense alone, we've got a new quarterback, we got a new receiver, a new tight end, a new guard. That's
when you consider the fact that Garrett Wilson played like only 4 games, I mean, you're kind of getting a new receiver.
A new receiver as well, 2 new receivers. I mean, it's insane. And then defense, I mean, that was a complete overhaul, dude. I mean, how many starters?
Especially front 7.
Yeah,
the only thing they missed is the guy that needed to go.
Yeah, I mean, how many starters are we going to have returning from last year to this year on defense?
Stevens, 1, 2, Sherwood,
3.
Stevens, Sherwood, Briggs, Phillips. I mean, but that's going to be a rotation anyway.
McDonald. You're breaking up. Oh, you are too.
Yeah, I mean, is he a starter though? Like, I think that's like, because I mean, I guess it depends. Like, what kind of package you're coming out with? Is he your starting running back in a run formation? Starting edge player in a run formation? Probably not. But you'd love to see him getting some. You'd love to see him getting a lot of snaps late in games. That means you got to lead.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And the other thing I was thinking about too, I was talking to the same kid, and we were talking about the fact that, bro, it was Bailey all along. It was never Reese. The Jets knew they wanted Bailey probably right after they met him at Texas Tech. There was no debate, dude. There was no. They wanted Bailey, and that was it.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously they picked him, but
we wanted Reese, but it was Bailey the whole way. They knew what they were doing. Listen, I'm going to tip my hat off to Muji. I think he nailed this draft. I mean, outside of that Klubnik, the 4th round was a little kind of weird, but whatever, it happened. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be probably my only pick that I was a little like, what the hell did he just do that for? Mm-hmm. But everything else, man, I'm not complaining, man. Freaking phenomenal.
I would have much rather them, like, because they went into that 4th round with 3 picks.
Yeah.
And I would have much rather them just say, hey, let's chill, see how the board falls. Because they trade up from like 128 to 110 to get Klubnik. If he was there like 120 and you got to send over a 7th round pick to get up there and make it happen, then that's fair. But to get both 4th round picks, like that was probably the last contributors that you were going to get. I mean, let's be real. BJ Payne, he might have, 4th round grade, 5th round grade. There's a reason he went in 7th round. Okay,
special teams he could be really good at. Situational. I mean, are we going to think we're going to get a start?
Even that would be a win, though. When you're drafting a guy in 7th round, even that's a win.
Oh, so, 100% agree.
I mean, realistically, the guys that they picked on day 3, maybe one of them, can do something. And you hope one of them, because that's obviously what this team needs. This team needs to find players late in the draft that are going to contribute. Is it Darryl Jackson? Is it Inez Cooper? I don't know how you pronounce it.
Inez Cooper.
Inez. Although he looks like an animal.
Maybe it's Klubnik, bro. Maybe we got the quarterback, dude.
But that's the problem. I just feel like we're having these conversations, and like you can say, oh, is VJ Payne going to be able to consistently like kind of contribute to some extent? And that's all these things are possible. You just kind of keep working around the guy that they picked right in the middle of all that in 110 in Klubnik. Could he be something? Yeah. I mean, obviously, you never know. Tom Brady was picked 199th overall. Patriot fans, they didn't have podcasts back then, but they'd probably be having that same conversation. Why would we pick this guy? We got Drew Bledsoe. You know what I mean?
Especially that picture. You ever see a picture of it when he came out as a rookie?
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, this guy plays quarterback? Hey, and he's the GOAT now.
Yeah, I mean, NFL players back then aren't what they are today. They're just like freaks now. But yeah, so that's kind of where I land with all that. Is the draft was good, but they answered the bell in my opinion. I said you need to leave this draft before starters.
I
didn't like the idea of Ty Simpson being in that conversation just because the growing consensus was he needs to sit a year, and that's why the Rams picked him. Perfect situation. He can sit for a year behind MVP quarterback.
You think Pons is starting right off the bat, or you think he's going to slowly get in there?
I think he starts. I mean,
because he got Brown.
I think it's a lot of snaps. I think he's one of your top nickels right now. And that's the thing. I don't really want him playing outside corner. Not that he can't do it. I'd much rather him be like that in the middle of the field.
Was he doing that with Indiana? He was playing a lot in the middle of the field.
He played a lot outside, but I think the NFL, especially with his size, it might make a little more sense to be in the middle of the field. Because that's the thing too is like he's stout in the run game, and if he's at nickel, he can really kind of contribute down at the line of scrimmage area, which would be critical for him. Not to mention, like, you know, keep talking about like I want this defense to be versatile. I want it to like be like something. And that's why I wanted Reese, because I thought it would be a situation where you just like you don't know where anybody is. You don't know who's where they're coming from. That's why I just have all these defensive linemen, and they can run out so many different rotations. But if you have the ability to also do it on the back end with Belton, Fitzpatrick, Pons, Moore, you have all these different bodies back there, and none of them, you know, scream, you know, elite prospect, elite player. Make him once upon a time, but not so much anymore. Still solid, but not the player he once was. But you have all these players in the back end that you can kind of really confuse opponents. Like that's what Glenn had in Detroit. That's what he kind of needs here. And you went back to like ask me earlier, what does it take to kind of, you know, for him to get his job for next year? Can you make that defense look like, you know, obviously top 10 would be a massive jump compared to what they were last year. But can you just make them, you know, look like an NFL unit? I mean, Saleh did it in his second year.
Hey, maybe that's what we needed, man. And you know what? Can he deliver a top 10 unit? And can you give me a Geno Smith that's going to be ranked number 18 to 22? If you get me that, we're looking possibly playoffs, dude. That's a playoff remedy right there. Top 10 defensive unit, let's say 10 to 12, and 22 to 18 on offense with Geno Smith. Do you think that makes playoffs or just barely there? I mean, and I'm cool with that.
There's a lot of good teams in the AFC, though.
There is. We're just going to knock them off one by one.
We're not winning division, so.
Pow, 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 pow.
We're not winning division.
No, you know what? I wonder what the odds are on that. I'd throw like $10 at it.
You're gonna lose $10 between the Bills.
You never know, man. Injuries happen. Who knows?
I mean, we don't even have. We have the third best quarterback in the division, and that's just me being nice.
All right, I'm gonna go somewhere.
We don't know Malik Willis is yet.
I'm gonna go somewhere yet. We're gonna go to AFC East for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Patriots better today than they were last season?
I mean, they improved that offensive line.
Okay.
So that's a big must that they needed. Year two, I mean, that's something to be said about year two in a coach's system.
Right.
Especially someone with a proven track record in Vrabel.
Vrabel's a great coach. I'm not taking that away.
I think the Patriots are. I mean, they had money to spend. I mean, I don't really know. They have many key losses like Stephon Diggs, but I think they kind of grew sour with him a little bit. They're going to get A.J. Brown potentially here in the next
that could make a big
month.
Splash.
Yeah. So I would say yes to the Patriots. Obviously, the the Brown situation I kind of already view as something that's done. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll say yes, regardless.
What about the Bills? Have they improved?
The Bills. I feel like they lost a lot. They had some financial like strap because of the cap, whatever. But they did bring in a receiver and more. Again, I thought they needed to bring in another receiver. I thought Cooper being there was logical for them. I think they tried playing the board cute potentially. Although I don't know, like
they would have just taken him, dude.
What do you? Yeah, right. Like I mean, I know it's like something like I think Rich Samini said it on like on a show with Jake and Brandon Tierney, whatever. That like the Jets traded up for Cooper and then the Bills traded back, but the Bills traded back twice already. Like they traded from 26 to 28.
Yeah, they would have got
from 28 to 31 or 30, whatever it was. We got 31 because they traded to the Patriots pick, and then we traded to 30, and then they traded back from 31 to whatever they traded back to. So they were just accumulating picks. I think maybe because they were so cap strapped in free agency, like that's their way of kind of building out their roster a little bit. Was you need picks, you need more players through the draft.
Yeah, in the 4th and 5th rounds, bro. They accumulated like freaking 5 4th rounders, 6 rounders. Like, what is that doing? Nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just filling out a roster. I would say, listen, the Bills say they could have went down this year, but they still have Josh Allen. They're still going to win 10 to 11 games. I mean, so I don't know.
And then you have the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, my opinion. They've declined drastically. I think it's everyone's opinion there.
And then you have the New York Jets.
Improved, but like, how much did they really improve by? So they improved the defense, sure, but most of those moves were kind of like low risk, high potential type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But with all that, the draft is really where they improve the most. And are you really asking a bunch of first-year players to contribute to 4+ wins? Because that's what it's going to take for Glenn to keep his job. And I think that's a tall ask. Obviously, the veteran helped to keep his job plus 4 wins. So 7 wins.
I thought you were saying, I was going to say, bro, if he wins 4 games next year, he's out.
No, I'm saying a +4 in the win column.
He's saying like 7. Bro, we went
7 wins.
We went through the gauntlet, dude, bro. They got a tough schedule next year. It's not easy.
No, next year, actually, their schedule is ranked 5th easiest.
Oh, we have the easy? I thought we went through this and we were like, there's no way.
It's ranked as the 5th easiest schedule. I don't know what they're basing that off of, but there was something out there where Arizona's got the hardest schedule by strength. I don't know.
Jeez.
It's rated as the 5th easiest schedule in the league.
They just don't want us to get our quarterback, dude. I see it.
You know what's the key? I think like year after year, right? And obviously like your schedule is what your schedule is. But year after year, like I feel like the Jets always start off with just a bad opponent. You know what I mean? Like
give us Tennessee
week 1 last year. What was it?
Give us Tennessee this year, week 1. That would be so awesome, dude.
Tennessee, Arizona.
Yeah, one of those teams. Watch us get the Patriots week 1. I just
Raiders.
so see it. Oh, we played the Raiders.
Raiders will probably be coming out. You probably get the Raiders without what's his face?
Mendoza.
If you play him early.
True.
Although our luck, we get the Raiders like week 5.
And he comes out. And he'll have his dog day parade, dude.
And that's like his like big day.
Oh boy.
The Jets have been like the target game for a lot of like rookie quarterbacks. Like they were Drake May's first start. They were Baker Mayfield's. It wasn't a start, but he came in
and lit him up
in the half. And
I remember that game, Cleveland. I remember that.
There's been more for sure.
Oh no, there has been.
There's been a lot. The Jets are the target. Like when it comes to like who's a good team for us to.
Oh geez. I mean, honestly, I would love nothing more than play Tennessee week 1. That would be an awesome way to start the year against Salah, bro. That will get so much national television hype too.
But that's the thing. I just don't want all that like noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit? Salah and like, I just don't want that noise. I just want
to win week 1. Why can't we start 1-0 for once?
That's what I'm saying. Like last year, for example, like the Patriots opened the season against the Raiders and they lost, but like no one was watching that shit game. Like, I don't want the game everyone to look at and like, oh, Salah beat the Jets. They look like idiots now for letting him go, or like whatever.
That's exactly what would happen.
That's exactly the storyline everyone's going to talk about.
I know. I already see it too. You're right.
Can we just play against the Cardinals? No. Although play the Cardinals would be the Michael Floyd story.
Oh, yeah. No matter what,
that wouldn't actually be the case,
bro.
Although they would turn it around. Well, let's just start with division games. Let's play the Dolphins.
That I'll be happy with too.
Down in Miami or up in New York?
No, that one up in New York. I want the Miami later in the year down here. We're watching down here.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to go in September down here, dude. It's hot as balls out here, dude.
It's not terrible. But yeah,
September?
It's not the same as November.
Oh, September is horrible.
Although, let me ask you a question. Do you want it to be too late in the year where the Jets suck and nobody wants to go?
No, I want it like week 7, like that kind of a second game. You know what I'm saying? Week 8.
Last year was like week 5, and still nobody wanted to go.
No, we were done. That team.
We were 0-5, and then the Dolphins were also like 0 whatever they were.
And they got their first win.
They got their first win against us.
They destroyed us that game.
No, they didn't destroy us, but
they were up big, and then
they were up big, and then Fields had that like miraculous run, and whatever have you. But halftime in the Detroit-Cleveland game.
What's going on?
59-46.
Nice.
Cleveland chipped away a little bit, but
looks like it's Detroit.
It's holding tough a little bit. Anyway, so that's all I got, man. It's a very quiet time. Got the rookie mini camp coming up.
Next week we'll be talking about that. Hopefully there's some news that drops.
Yeah, at least jersey numbers. We'll get jersey numbers hopefully this week.
When are they releasing the schedule?
Should sometime next week as well.
Oh, that'd be cool. So there's some shit to talk about. We can go through our W's and L's. When that schedule comes out, we got to do a W and L, and then we got to talk about the Florida meet. We're gonna try to get a whole bunch of people to do the Florida meet. Either are we playing in Tampa this year or Jacksonville?
Neither.
It's only Miami. So then we're doing our Florida meet in Miami. That'd be fun.
They don't have the date picked out yet.
Well, for the
release date?
Well, they said it might be like in 3 weeks from now. It's definitely going to be this month.
No, it's definitely next week, but it says between the 12th and the 14th.
All right. So that'll be the second. So we won't be able to do it next. Oh, maybe it could be next Tuesday. We'll know, or next Thursday.
Yeah, I know when they do it, they make it a primetime event now. So it's usually on 7:00. So
time. It was like the draft.
Yeah. If it is the 12th, maybe we hop on a little early. And
I'll do that.
Get the
watch it live.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Get the live gist of everything. Although I don't I gotta stay off Twitter because like last couple of years, not gonna say names, but people have like put out there the whole schedule like before it even like was supposed to release.
Was it right on?
Yeah.
Oh, get out!
Like
how is that? How is that even possible?
They got the info. They got the info.
There's leaks in the building.
That's the only way you can think about
it.
All right, that's all we got here. Anybody listening in either now or after the fact, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel.
Boom, boom, boom,
and
boom. Go Jets.
We got supplemental drafts season.
Now we got more. We got more coming out in a couple of weeks. We're gonna do.
No, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And then we got a little bit of a lull in June.
Yeah. Then we have a rookie mini camp. Then we're gonna have our schedule release, and then we're gonna do our W's and L's. There's some stuff to do. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of stuff to do. Still got mock drafts.
And we got mock drafts starting. When are we gonna do it? You said next month.
There's been some hitting.
Yeah, but how do you even know? How do we? All right. So anyway, you said a strength of schedule before. Mind me asking here. All right. I don't even know. What does Indy have? What does Dallas have? And what does Green Bay have as far as their strength of schedule? I'm just curious. You said we have the 5th easiest?
That's what I said, yeah.
Ugh. 5th easiest, of course, because we have freaking 5 quarterbacks, 6 quarterbacks potentially, and we're going to miss them all because we're going to win like freaking 10 games or something like that, which I wouldn't be mad at, but now getting the quarterback is going to be trading all 3 picks to move up. You know what I'm saying? I just hope Indy has the first pick of the draft because they suck. I just want them to flake and bottom out.
No.
So Indy's division, you got Jacksonville. Who's in that division again? Jacksonville,
Houston, and Tennessee.
Tennessee, man.
Come on, shit.
Well,
all right.
Who knows?
Hold it up now.
All right.
So,
who's got the hardest? Let's start with the hardest.
Arizona. That's what I was saying before.
Oh, Arizona's got the hardest. Oh, dude, they're gonna have the first pick of the draft. Jeez.
All right. So
the easiest schedule is Detroit.
Detroit.
Saints,
Bengals,
Cleveland,
Browns.
Wow. 3 teams right there looking for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Detroit,
Ravens, Eagles, Niners, Colts are 9th easiest.
Ooh, Dallas Cowboys. Look at the Dallas Cowboys all the way in the bottom. Oh, so it's the other way around it. Oh, okay. Those are the hardest schedules you're saying in the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, so we got
down
Dallas.
at the bottom here. You got Dallas. Green Bay's up here.
And then Indy was
9.
Ugh. Bro, I don't care. You know what? Dallas is gonna.
Yeah, you know what it is though. Like nobody ever knows who's good or bad. Whatever. Like, how many times have you said, "Oh, like the schedule"?
Yeah, you're right.
And it's like, "Oh shit, Jets." Beat the shit teams.
I mean, who would have thought the Patriots would have won in the Super Bowl last year? You know what I'm saying?
And they had a really light schedule.
They did, and they had the shittiest team last year until Vrabel got there and put that team together. I mean, going into the year, no one expected that.
I'm just trying to see what they're basing this off of.
It's going off of 25.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because I feel like when I've looked at it, it's like.
Yeah, it's definitely going off based on 25 season. I mean, there's a lot of changes, draft quarterbacks and all that kind of crap, new coaches.
Yeah, that doesn't change last year's record though.
How many head coaches changes over there this year? 8?
I think around there, there's 7 or 8, something like that.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be a lot to play with it too. I mean, the Giants are going to get better. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Watch the Giants win that division next year.
Over the Eagles and Dallas?
Bro, I don't know if Eagles are getting better, bro. They lost a lot. They're going to lose a lot, dude.
You think Commanders make a rebound?
I don't know, man. I hope. I like Jaden. I want to see him play better. I like him as a prospect too.
Johnny boy.
I don't know. I wanted him. He's got my first name.
Dominic Zavato he went to New York with the wrong New York team.
Yeah. Oh, he went to the Giants?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Why couldn't we get him?
Giants got both of our guys, Arvel Reese and Dom Zavato.
Did we pick up some unrestricted kicker or something like that? Unrestricted free agent?
Yeah, undrafted free agent. Yeah. I forget his name. Something Ferrin. Something like that.
Whatever.
A lot of people say he was like the third ranked kicker in this process.
And we got him for free. Nice. Not bad.
No draft capital. some guaranteed money in those contracts, but not a lot. Anyway, by the way, Johnny Boy, I think we saw was at the draft.
He was
on TV.
Yeah, him and Boy Green.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was. I seen them. They had a clip with the Jet fans and all that. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
we're gonna be there next year. That's for sure.
Yep, that's for sure. We still need to park our Winnebago somewhere. So, Johnny Boy, save us a spot. Anyway, all right, man.
Guys.
That's all we got here tonight. Again, quiet time right now. Not a lot going on, but as we get closer and closer to the season, more and more content to bring out. Can't for training camp. Actually, start seeing what these guys are bringing to the table. And again, if you haven't already, like the button, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Go Jets.
Go Jets.